The Warriors are so back, man. We had to sacrifice the Niners Super Bowl, but we're winning Ring 5, and you already know it. I'm ready for it. All right. That was a little bit overblown, of course, but the Warriors are looking great, man. Over the last month or so, they've been playing some of the best ball in the league. They've won 5 straight, won comfortably in Utah, which is not a easy place to play, and considering especially knowing what happened in Utah the last time they were supposed to play there, right? Uh, Still feels surreal, kinda. But can you imagine what it had to feel like for the players, man? And uh, it was a beautiful, fast-paced game. It was an intriguing start. Clay got going early, Wiggins got going early, which appears to be, a conscious decision to get Wiggins going early, and he's been much more engaged, especially defensively. He still has tough time actually finishing around the rim in a way where he just it feels like doesn't have the energy or lift on the offensive end from just busting his ass off defensively, right? And he was sensational tonight. 17 points, 2 rebounds, great defensively, 6 of 10 from the field. Just a great night from Wiggins. And Clay had a good start to the game, which was great to see after some really encouraging comments he had to the media today. And it was wonderful, man. It was wonderful. And we dominated Utah, even though they had huge side advantage, right? Kessler, Markkanen, John Collins, um, and of course, off the bench with Taylor Hendricks, Taylor Horton Tucker. But Kessler, Collins, Markkanen gave them advantage in the front court a lot. But of course, in the backcourt, they don't have that much size. Colin Sexton and Keontae George aren't lengthy guys, and that helped, of course, Clay, Steph, who could not get going early, but like I said, everyone else picked up. Draymond continues to just play sensational basketball, even with 4 fouls. He was just incredible when he was on there and did really well with 3 fouls in the second quarter, where he came back in surprisingly, kinda, and was sensational. Hit the half court shot. Had a nasty celebration, and yeah, we survived. Kuminga getting 2 fouls early, Draymond getting 4 fouls in the early parts of the third quarter, and everyone stepped up. Right, Clay was sensational, Wiggins was sensational. He had those 2 threes in the third quarter that kind of separated us. Podziemski was really good. Gary Payton, of course, continues to be a menace in those minutes he's been in. 15 minutes, 4 of 4, 11, 2 and 2, and he just is everywhere, right? You see him on the floor, and he brings such great energy and everything, which is sensational. And uh, the pace, right? We continue to play with such incredible fast pace right now. That helps not only our offense, but defensively, it actually has been helping us because we are able to set up more. Of course, a lot of it is that Draymond is back. Wiggins is defending like 2022 Wiggins. Kuminga does have his flaws defensively, but he's still a great body, right? And one-on-one defense, he's been really good. Clay's been defending his ass off. He was great on Lauri Markkanen today, which he was on a lot of the time. I'm pretty sure even on John Collins. So Clay did a really good job defending bigger guys than him, which is wonderful to see. And him taking pride defensively is exactly what this team needs. You already know GP2 is a menace defensively, and Steph has been playing much better defense also after the All-Star snap. And, he's not perfect defensively, obviously, but he's been defending his ass off. Had a wonderful floor game in the first half where he could not hit open shots, but he got his teammates involved, created a lot of good wide open shots for everyone. Both had 2 wide open looks, I'm pretty sure. Wiggins got open looks from him. Clay, of course, Draymond, and that was wonderful to see. You also had Kuminga kind of struggling. Kuminga did not get some whistles, but he still got through line 6 times, made 5 of those. Was weird rebounding wise tonight. Kuminga had weird energy, but he still finished with 14 points. Did have 3 turnovers, 4 of 10 shooting. But it did not matter today because, like I said, Klay Thompson picked up for him when Kuminga, who is pretty much the second option right now, had a rough night, and Clay stepped up for him, and They abused the rookie Taylor Hendricks from Utah. He was getting absolutely cooked out there defensively. The same goes for their guards. They had no shot on the off-ball actions, and the screens, we had 23 pointers, and a lot of it was because the guards had no shots of doing anything against those. And uh, GP2, like I continue to keep saying, man, is the ultimate X factor, right? He's the ultimate weapon, man. He just does everything on the court, and he's a menace doing it, right? Defensively, he disrupts everything. He goes after all the balls, and no matter the injuries, he continues to just play hard. And I really like that we went with Trace Jackson Davis more in the second half. We still went to Dario Saric a little bit, but he's been off offensively, and defensively, he's just rough, really rough. But Trace came in the game in the third quarter, gave them huge minutes, protected the rim really well, finished around the rim, finished with 11 and 4, and he closed out the game essentially in the fourth quarter after we left Dario in there for a little bit more. We gave Moses Moody some minutes. He had 4 rebounds, was really good rebounding wise. Was kind of forcing on the offensive end, but he played 8 minutes, and it's hard for him to get rhythm, and he just he just wants it, right? And it's a tough position to be in as a young player who wants it. He's wants to get his shots up. And Trace and Clay had some really good chemistry. Clay was, passing the ball really well also tonight. He just made all the right plays. Yeah, there were a couple of shots where you were like, maybe he shouldn't have taken it, but he was hot, and I didn't hate them. Those fadeaways in the right corner of the floor, uh, you could say were bad, but I mean, we're just nitpicking at that point, right? And he had a really good chemistry with Trace. Steph continues to keep having good chemistry with Podziemski. Draymond with Kuminga is the good chemistry. So we have these young guys with the core three developing chemistry. And I hope we see more Clay and Trace in the second lineups with Kuminga even. It might clog up the paint a little bit more, but it could help open up Clay a little more. So we'll see what they figure out. But it was a great coached game. Um, and we just close it out with Steph going bonkers, right? He just said, yeah, in the fourth quarter, I'ma just hit all of them bitches, man. And he made all of them. He just was making pretty much everything in the fourth. And we close it out comfortably, are over 500, separating, of course, from Utah, which is the team chasing us, which is huge. Now we have a back-to-back against the Clippers and the Jazz before the All-Star break. Man, can we win all of these games and head into the All-Star break on a 7-game win streak? It would be really nice, man. The Clippers will be tough. They got blown out by the Timberwolves at home, so they'll be out for revenge. And that's gonna be a close game. We've played the Clippers close almost every time. Interested to see how Kuminga bounces back, and just excited to watch this team. Right, it feels once again Warriors basketball. Feels joyous, feels full of vibes. It just feels like they finally figured it out after a year and a half or so. Because I don't know, man. It feels weird to talk about it in this way, right? I don't know. But since the tragedy, they've been locked in. Uh, I don't mean that the tragedy is the thing that locked them in, but it's just fortunately the case. And Steve Kerr today was in Serbia as that was the funeral for Deki. And it's sad that the whole team couldn't be there, but it is what it is, unfortunately. And once again, thoughts and prayers to his family, friends, anyone who was affected by his sudden tragic death. And yeah, um, as always, be kind to yourself and to others. Um, love yourself as much as possible. And we'll see each other maybe tomorrow with some talk about Clay. And then for sure, of course, Clippers, Utah, All Star break. We'll see what happens. Thank you all.